I have a confession to make. As an Ontarian who loves my province, I've been having a secret love affair with Quebec. And this time, it's led us to a place along the border, a hidden gem with stunning nature, cozy beaches, and what I've been told has the best poutine in the entire province. You're going to want to see this. Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. Christopher Rudder here from Rudderless Travel, your home to hidden gems, second cities, tips, tricks, hacks, guides, and deeper dives with our Rudderless Travel podcast. This trip from Toronto to the Témiscamingue region of Quebec, which is about a 5-hour drive northeast up towards North Bay. In this 3.5-day or weekend getaway, our journey began with the beautiful drive along the border of Ontario with the gorgeously long Témiscamingue Lake running in between. We arrived in this picturesque small town of Témiscamingue in the afternoon, where we visited the Musee De La Gare, a train station built in 1927 that has been beautifully restored into a museum. Here, I had the pleasure of interviewing Aurelise and Jean, a staff member who shared some amazing insights. I know that I butchered her name, and she knows that I butchered her name. She knows I can't say her name. What was it about this region that started this whole?
It's about like the mail. Is that
Mill, M-I-L-L.
Yeah.
Mill, yeah. So
Mill.
that's the logging, the wood,
the wood
logs.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what like really started the town. That's what like got us to be on the map more and have a train like to like move the woods like from here to other places, since we had to like get it to like the other part of Quebec.
She also shared this heartwarming story of community resilience. When the Canadian International Paper Company planned layoffs, the community protested by blocking the bridge to Ontario and ended up agreeing to a pay cut to ensure no one lost their job. It's an absolute testament to the strong community bond here. Just a short 5-minute walk from the museum, we found the breathtaking Ruisseau Gordan Waterfalls. The sight and sound of the powerful water was truly a wow moment. After the falls, we took a hike along the forced pipeline circuit, tracing the history of these old pipes. The original wooden ones were built to transport water to the town itself by gravity. We are in the Chantier de pipelines. So these are the old water pipelines that they used to use to bring water from this part of the city down to the other part of the city. So these pipelines are so big that they were kind of separating the city in half. So now they have new smaller pipelines. And then they just kind of renovated these older pipelines and made it part of a trail here, which is actually quite cool.
And it looks impressive. It looks really impressive with hiking little trails around.
And later, the old pipes were replaced by metal pipes that carried water from the Lumsden Dam to operate the Kipawa hydroelectric generation station. The circuit highlights the archaeological remains of this hydroelectric heritage. All right, so we just left the train station. Now we're gonna go to our accommodations here. As the sun began to set, we checked into our home for the night. The view from our private patio of Lake Témiscamingue with birch trees in the foreground was simply unforgettable. We ended the day with an outstanding dinner at their bistro's Clow, where we highly recommend trying their house beer and the warm brie appetizer. Day 2 was all about delving into the culture of the region, and our first stop was the Obadjiwan Fort Témiscamingue, a National Historic Site on the shores of Lake Témiscamingue. What we're doing today is we're on our way to the fort. So this is an old trading post where they used to canoe all the way down to like Montreal and drop off stuff and pick up stuff and then come all the way back up here and do a bunch of trade. So we're really looking forward to that. Here we met our guide, Emil, who gave us such an amazing, passionate, and respectful tour.
Right there, we have the Témiscamingue Lake. Témiscamingue Lake, I don't know if you knew it, but Témiscamingue is Anishinaabe, Algonquian word. That means deep waters. So at its deepest, we would talk about 260 meters deep. And that's a lake who is 100 kilometers long, and at its widest is 9 kilometers. So that's basically their lake, and that's the road of the past. People use that to make canoe and paddle all the lakes. They start from Montreal to get down here. So yeah, that's a pretty big ride.
We were also fortunate enough to meet Carl, a traditional craftsman from the Témiscamingue First Nation. He shared with us the profound connection to the land.
So, 25 years ago, this was brought back here to life. The last time they built canoes on this site was 125 years ago. So the year 2000, we started bringing back culture, bringing back teaching, you bring back. So the canoe was one of those teachings to earn your respect. So when we brought that back, they said, Carl, you're going to be in the history books, you're going to make history. But I said, I don't want to be alone in this history. Mm-hmm. So all the tourists that came and visit, their names in the history book would read it. I asked them, hey, come and do some lacing, come in. So by the time we're finished this one canoe, we're on the lake with it and, paddling around with it. And then we come back and we start working on another one. So this was an awesome trip for them and a nice memory and something historic.
Yeah.
So we learn about the respect of the land. We take what we need, just what we need, so we leave it for the future generation that's who's behind us.
After our history lesson, we headed to Ville-Marie, a charming town that's at the heart of the Témiscamingue region. It has cozy beaches and beautiful views of the lake. Now, no visit to Quebec is complete without poutine, and we found a local favorite at Casse-Croûte La Fringale. Our suggestion, grab that cheese, stringy goodness, and go enjoy it by the marina with a view of Ontario in the distance. So we just came back from the fort, and now, you can't come to Quebec and not have poutine. That's just a sin. So we're now enjoying some poutine. Ville-Marie also offered a deep dive into history. We explored the Brother Moffet's house, which tells the story of a visionary who helped launch the Témiscamingue region. And for a bonus hike, we made our way to the grotto, a pilgrimage site with a panoramic view of the town and lake. As the sun went down, we decided to check out a surprise we weren't expecting. All right, so we're on our way to a rodeo.
My God.
I know what you're thinking, rodeo, because when I hear the word rodeo,
Are we going to buy cowboy hats?
I think we should buy cowboy hats.
Okay.
Okay. When I hear the word rodeo, I'm thinking of Calgary, obviously the Calgary Stampede. So I'm like, there's a rodeo in Quebec? What's going on here? And honestly, I'm glad you brought up the cowboy hats because
you want to buy so bad.
I wanted to buy one when I was in Calgary, and I don't know why I didn't do it. The Guigues Western Festival. This regional classic offered a professional rodeo and a country music show that was absolutely thrilling. It was an electrifying atmosphere we couldn't have planned for. Now, if you're finding this guide helpful, please give us a like or consider subscribing to see more of our travel content. Day 3 started with a quick trip to Nordvie, a family-owned farm that produces what I'm calling the best strawberries in the world. It's a really cool self-serve spot where you can grab some delicious treats and pay for what you take. From the farm, we headed to the Primère-Chutes hydropower generating station, one of the few open to the public. It was fascinating to learn how water is transformed into electricity and the history of the region's electrification, especially with our guide, Emma, who was fantastic. Then, in the village of Angulaire, we climbed aboard the T.E. Draper, a giant among timber tugboats that operated on Lake des Quins from 1929 to 1972. I had the pleasure of talking with Sammy, a staff member who shared some amazing facts about the boat's operations. What was the biggest challenges or dangers faced by the crew of the T.E. Draper?
A lot of storms that they have to go through since it's made out of metal. If they have like shocks or like big thunder, they'd basically all die on the boat. So it's a big risk they'd take on the water. And as well, when it tips, it would all tip. So it'd like go on upside down. So basically anyone would die if there is too much of a thunder and stuff like that. So it's quite dangerous, but most of them made it out. Like we don't have much casualties that happen, so they're quite lucky as well.
After the tugboat, we visited the reconstructed logging camp at Chantier Gédéon, which was a powerful reminder of the region's deep roots in the logging industry. This part of the trip was extra special because we were reunited with our close friends, the Wager family from the Wandering Wagers, whom you've definitely seen on this channel before. We spent time with Kevin Wager's wife and kids. While there, we spoke with Tatiana, who gave us a glimpse into the daily life of the lumberjacks. How did the living conditions in the sleep camp and the cookery impact the men's morale and health?
I'm pretty sure that waking up at 4 in the morning, it's a little hard. But other than that, the men would also have a banter. They'd also have to figure out how many trees they cut and stuff. And that's what they'd probably talk about. It was pretty much a competition, which also pushed them to the limit or pushed them further, you know? So it'd make them better. And like I said, late nights, they'd all join together and have a little good time, you know, with the guitars and the harmonicas.
Nice. And you also mentioned that the cook doesn't allow them to talk when they're supposed to be eating. So in the kitchen, it's actually completely quiet because she doesn't want to hear about all these people bragging about stuff, right?
Yeah. They can't talk.
Exactly. No talking. Okay. After our day of adventures, we had dinner at Motel Louise before checking in for the night. Auberge, Nouvelle, France. Built in 1907, this historic inn was fully renovated in 2023 to provide luxurious and ultra-comfortable rooms. Our room, named La Métière, was a nod to the legendary steamboat that once sailed the waters of Lake Témiscamingue, transporting goods and settlers for nearly 40 years. We finished our trip with a visit to Opémican National Park, where we met our guide Derek. This guy is awesome. He gave us a fantastic tour, and we were truly amazed by the deep history of this site. It's not just a park, it's a historic museum. We are in Opémican Park, here in the Temas region. So I like it. Very beautiful. A lot of old historic houses around here. Again, the logging history worked its way through this area as well.
Nature is absolutely beautiful, and we have woods on one side, on the other side, a beautiful lake.
Yeah.
And you can hear children laughter and being happy. People are swimming, kayaking, and overall pine cones and pine woods. I just sometimes have a feeling I'm somewhere on the Adriatic coast.
The game of looking at the wall. So on the wall, I want you to remark two things on all of it.
Well, that wall is different than this wall, and this wall is different than that wall, and the end there, and this one. I see like there's four different divisions here. Yeah, I don't know if you want to include the little shed thing.
No, this.
So I would say five. Three parts. I was close.
So we got this one. I'm wanting something else, which is a little bit more obvious than the tree parts. Over there,
The dock?
the wall.
Oh.
Which, look how it's made.
So it's made with the wood and then that material in the middle. That's the kind of like cement, but not cement. Yeah.
And it's all
Just wood.
Just wood.
just wood. So this is made by hand. This is made with tools.
Mm.
So this part over there, the first part, was built in 1883.
Oh, okay.
So that's that part in here. This is just the start of our journey, though. We've got more Quebec adventures coming up, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next video. For example, if you click on the screen right now, you can watch the video of Mont Tremblant, Quebec, a travel guide where we explore another side of my secret love affair with this incredible province. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.